Imagine this: Japan, 794 AD. A lone rider cuts through a forest so thick the sunlight barely sneaks through. His horse snorts, steam rising from its breath. His armor, polished to a shine, clinks with every step. That katana at his side, it's not just a sword, it's a promise of what's coming. In the distance, battle drums thump like a heartbeat. Boom, boom, boom. Before they were legends carved into Japan's soul, before their code became a way of life, the samurai were raw, untested, and clawing their way out of chaos. This isn't some dusty textbook tale. It's a roller coaster of blood, honor, and destiny. I'm your guide through this epic, and trust me, you're gonna want to stick around for this one. Zoom into Kyoto, the heart of Imperial Japan. Picture silk robes swishing through golden halls, courtiers scribbling poetry, sipping sake like it's a fine art. It's all elegance and grace, until you step outside. Beyond those palace walls, Japan's a wild beast. The countryside's untamed. Misty hills, sprawling rice fields, and villages where the law's just a suggestion. This is where the samurai story kicks off. Two worlds crashing together, the fancy court and the gritty frontier. From that collision, warriors rise, not just with swords, but with a fire that'll burn through centuries. Let's dive into how it all began. Rewind the clock to 794 AD. Kyoto's the emperor's playground, a buzzing capital where nobles strut around, quoting poetry and flexing their pedigrees. The Heian period's in full swing, and it's all about culture, calligraphy, tea, fancy dances. But here's the catch. Kyoto's a bubble. Step beyond its gates, and Japan's a different beast entirely. Out in the provinces, farmers toil in the mud, scratching out a living. The roads, crawling with bandits who'll gut you for a sack of rice. Local clans? They're mini-kingdoms, ignoring the emperor's decrees like he's some distant pen pal. It's a land teetering on the edge, and the court's too busy perfecting their haikus to notice. Picture a village, wooden huts, kids playing, then bam! Bandits storm in, torches flare, screams echo, and smoke chokes the air. The emperor's got no army worth a damn out here. His soldiers are ceremonial, not scrappers. So what's the move? He taps the local tough guys. These are rugged dudes, horsemen with bows, swordsmen with scars, hired by provincial lords called daimyo to keep the chaos in check. They're the first samurai, and at this point, they're less noble warriors and more guys who'll punch your lights out for a paycheck. These early samurai, they're a rough crew. They train hard, hours on horseback, firing arrows at straw Katarina dummies till their fingers bleed, sword drills at dawn, sparring till they drop. They're not just muscle, though. They're survivors. They ride out to smack down bandits, collect taxes, squash rebellions. Over decades, something shifts. They master the bow, deadly from a gallop. The spear, they wield it like an extension of their arm, and the sword, that curved katana, it starts to define them. By the 10th century, they're not just hired goons anymore. They're a class, a brotherhood, forged in the fire of a lawless land. But the real game changer? It's simmering just over the horizon. Jump to 1180. Japan's a pressure cooker, and it's about to blow. Enter the Genpei War. A no-holds-barred slugfest between two mega-clans, the Taira and the Minamoto. This isn't some backyard brawl, it's a fight for Japan's soul. The samurai? They're about to step into the spotlight and prove they're more than just hired blades. This is their first big clash, and it's a wild one. First stop, Uji Bridge, 1180. Imagine this. Horses thunder across a rickety wooden span, samurai screaming war cries, arrows zip through the air like a swarm of hornets, thunking into shields and armor, swords clash, metal on metal, sparks flying. The river below? It's turning red with blood. This is samurai versus samurai, full-on chaos, and it's just the opening act. They're fighting for Kyoto, the big prize, and neither side's backing down. For 5 brutal years, this war rages. The Taira clan's got the edge. They've cozied up to the imperial court, strutting around like they own the place. But the Minamoto? They've got Minamoto no Yoritomo, a calculating, ruthless genius who smells victory. Battles pop off everywhere. Rivers, fields, even the open sea. The grand finale hits in 1185 at Dan-no-ura. Picture warships ramming each other, samurai leaping from deck to deck, swords flashing in the salt spray. The Minamoto crush it, wiping out the Taira in a watery graveyard. Yoritomo's the last man standing. In 1192, the emperor hands him the title of shogun, military dictator. That's it, folks. The samurai aren't just warriors now. They're the bosses of Japan. Now the samurai are running the show under the Kamakura shogunate. They've got power, prestige, but it's not enough. They need something deeper, something to set them apart. Enter Bushido, the way of the warrior. This isn't some rule book you'd find on a shelf. It's a code carved into their bones, a philosophy that turns them from fighters into legends. Bushido's got three big pillars. First, loyalty. You'd ride through hell for your daimyo, no hesitation. Picture a samurai kneeling, head bowed, swearing his life to his lord. Second, courage. You face death like it's an old friend. Charging into a hail of arrows? Just another Tuesday. Third, self-discipline. Hours perfecting that sword swing, meditating till your mind's a steel trap. But the real kicker? Honor. It's everything. Lose it, and you're nothing. That's why seppuku's a thing. Ritual suicide, slicing your gut open to save face or make up for a screw-up. Grim? Sure, but it's what fuels their fire. Japan's chilling samurai doing their thing. When the horizon goes dark, the Mongol Empire's coming, led by Kublai Khan, Genghis's grandkid. These guys don't mess around. They've conquered half the world, from China to Europe, and now Japan's in their crosshairs. Hundreds of ships, each carrying 30,000 warriors, are barreling toward Kyushu. The samurai? They're staring down their toughest fight yet. Kubilu's already smashed Korea, turned it into a puppet state. He sends envoys to Japan, pay tribute or burn. The samurai, under Shogun Regent Hojo Tokimune, don't flinch. They lop off the messengers' heads and send them back in a box. That's a no with attitude. War's coming, and it's going to be ugly. November 1274. Hakata Bay. The Mongols hit like a tsunami. Ships unload, and out come warriors with tricks the samurai've never seen. Gunpowder bombs explode, boom, shaking the ground. Crossbows spit bolts that punch through armor. Cavalry thunders in waves. The samurai? They're built for one-on-one duels, not this wall of death, but they don't back down. Samurai gallop in, arrows flying, swords swinging, pure guts. They dodge blasts, take out Mongol officers, but the numbers are brutal. Villages burn, lines buckle, then the sky roars. A typhoon, the kamikaze, divine wind, slams the Mongol fleet. Ships smash into each other, sink or get beached. Thousands drown. The samurai pounce, cutting down survivors. Round one's awash, literally. Kublai's not done. He doubles down. 140,000 troops, 2 fleets, the works. Hakata Bay's the target again. But the samurai? They've prepped. Stone walls, trenches, squads ready to roll. They hit hard. Ambushes in the hills, boat raids at night. For weeks it's a grind, blood, sweat and steel. They're hanging on by a thread. Then the gods flex again. Another kamikaze, bigger, nastier, tears the Mongol armada apart. Ships shatter, men vanish under waves. It's over. Twice the Mongols came, twice the samurai held, with nature's assist. The kamikaze's a legend now, proof Japan's untouchable, but victory's bitter. The shogunate's drained, samurai get stiffed on rewards, and trouble's brewing. Still, this is their moment. They've faced the world's mightiest empire and won. By the 15th century, the samurai are Japan's spine rulers, warriors, icons. They started as scrappy enforcers. Now, they're the heartbeat of a nation. Their legacy? It's not just history. It's alive, pulsing through Japan and beyond. Check it. Samurai vibes are everywhere. Kendo fighters spar with bamboo swords, echoing Bushido's discipline. Tea ceremonies? That calm focus is pure samurai. Their armor sits in museums. Katanas gleam under glass. And their stories? They're in books, movies, even your favorite video game. Honor, loyalty, guts. That's their gift to the world. From Heian chaos to Mongol mayhem, the samurai built a legacy with steel and soul. This isn't just a tale of the past. It's a fire that still burns, a call to live with purpose and grit. That's the samurai way, and it's immortal. Had a blast with the samurai? Smash that like, hit subscribe, and tap the bell. More epic histories coming your way. This is VERRA Nova, where the past roars to life. Catch you next time.